Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good game, Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for John Benjamin Has a Van. Tonight's host is John Barrett. Joining John will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Jack Was and Greg Goodness. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest John Benjamin Has a Van news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, John Barrett.
Oh, hey. Hey, guys, what's up? Been a while, hasn't it?
It's been far too long, I would say.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But we're back, baby.
We are back. Well, Jack's
Well, not
been
for me.
here.
I've been hosting
Yeah.
a very successful show the past few weeks.
All right, you know what? You keep your success out of here, okay?
Yeah, okay.
This is a success-free zone.
So, we're here to discuss a little program called John Benjamin Has a Van. Now, technically, it premiered last night, but it didn't premiere at its usual time. Tonight was the first, show at the normal.
Are you sure about that? Because I remember I saw
No.
a promo for it that said Wednesdays after South Park.
Right, which is tonight. Tonight's Wednesday.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Sorry, were
Ladies
you
and
too
gentlemen,
busy
Jack
being
Boss.
successful to take note
I
of
was
what day
too
it
busy
was?
being unemployed to know what day it was.
Oh, that's right. For the first time, I think I'm the only one who's employed here.
Suck a
But
thing, John.
Suck
Yeah.
a van.
I will suck a van. I will suck John Benjamin's van.
That is dirty.
So last night there was an episode where he goes around pushing. Is it Matt Walsh? Is that guy's name?
Yeah, Matt Walsh.
Pushing Matt Walsh into different countries, which is a brilliant concept.
I'm not sure it works that way. I think they might have took some liberties with the border crossing
Nope, you
policies
just
for the
push
show.
someone over. You
No,
just
I'm
push
pretty
someone
sure that's
over,
exactly how it works.
And they are an immigrant. And who's this for?
Which
I gotta give you a new mic.
Is this?
one of us?
Sound a little funny.
We're getting a new mic.
John Benjamin.
But anyways, last night, John Benjamin goes around pushing his producer into various countries. First into Mexico, and then into Guatemala.
And then into El Salvador. Hey, everyone, you can hear me now, right?
Yay!
Unfortunately, we can.
Sucks to be you.
So what did we think of last night, then? Strong way to open, weak way to open?
I
liked
liked
it.
last night a lot more than I liked tonight.
Opposite for me.
I am with Greg.
I don't know. I like the more. I like that. I really like the pushing over the border thing, but I like that there were a few more segments last night.
The segments from last night were pretty
Well, I thought-
Yeah,
brilliant.
the
like-
segments were great.
Like Hash Stall, despite having been done by our comedy troupe 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'd like to file a formal complaint with TV that we've done
they
it.
have stolen. First off, TV has stolen so many of our sketches.
For those of you who don't know, we are actually
All former members of.
The brilliant Chocolate Cake City.
look them up. But we did a similar sketch a while back, and we thought it was a good idea then. We think it was a great idea for John Benjamin to do now.
Yeah, I mean, he was also really bothering people in a real bathroom, or probably. I mean, was he?
He might have been.
I don't know.
Jury's still
it
out.
looked like he was. So
Also, You Can't Shoot in Here was a brilliant idea.
yeah, that's such a good idea.
You're on the show right now. You can't shoot near. We got it.
We got it.
A very meta show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very meta.
Before we move on from Cash Stall, though, I have to say the most brilliant reaction I've ever seen is when John Benjamin preemptively dives under the stall into the next stall as his stall is being kicked in. That is like some James Bond shit. That is like,
That's
I
freaking
mean,
brilliant,
he
dude.
is Archer, so
right. So clearly spy training.
I love
carrying
that
over.
Archer is really like a 5'4" schlubby balding dude.
I believe he's 5'6".
He's
It's up on his Twitter.
He's miniature. It's
He's
adorable.
He's a small man, which it makes tonight all the more funnier, because they pair him with super small men.
in Little
In
Italy.
Little
oh my
Italy.
god, let's talk about that sketch.
Oh my goodness.
Way to turn something that really should be just a one beat like throwaway gag and expand it into an entire episode.
That's the thing. Like it was. I feel like I didn't really like the sketch until the end, when spoiler alert.
No, everyone here has
I've
watched
seen it. When the big Italians wreck up the little Italians, and he just steps on the girl after learning that she was 15. That's,
You really should have told me that.
I can get in a lot of trouble for
I
that.
could get into a shitload of trouble.
That was actually pretty. Like I wasn't really feeling it until then, and then I was
Really?
like, you know what? I like this.
I thought it was great.
The moment when it all paid off for me, watching him get gone down on by that girl.
you know that was pretty fantastic.
The second I saw him giving the girl on the bicycle like the dreamy eyes, that was my
Knew
immediate
they were
thought.
gonna
Was
have a
like,
sex scene.
how would that work out in the bedroom?
See, man, I was expecting either him to like roll over and crush her.
I thought that was a
or-
possibility.
Or for as he
Yeah.
climax, there to be just a little like body shape hit the top of the blanket and fall back down.
Ew.
Very ill. But a definite possibility.
Well,
I'm not
she-
gonna
she
lie.
was
The
small.
thought had occurred to me. I was like, listen, they're having a little miniature woman perform acts of sexual what have you.
Unknown. I shouldn't have assumed that he was getting gone down on. It was unknown acts of sexual.
I also thought that he
Ness.
was going to swallow her at one point. When they first started kissing, I thought he was going to accidentally inhale her.
That's what I thought too.
That would have been good. I thought he was going to insert her into himself.
It's more about what they didn't
Just
do
cover her up in
than what
grape
they
lube
did.
and stick her in.
Oh boy. Okay, back to some of the other things from earlier. Basically flayed alive is one of the funniest phrases I've ever heard.
See, I was
Especially in John Benjamin's voice.
I was worried like that when you said that you weren't a fan of how that sketch started. I wasn't as big of a fan as that segment as I think that maybe you guys were, mostly because I just like my mind folded in on itself when he first came out. I was like, wait, so he's interviewing the person
Who interviewed?
who interviewed the disaster.
No, I agree with you. It was a little too meta for my
It was very Mr. Show.
Yeah.
It was
Wow, thank you, comedy douche.
F you. But I think that's an apt comparison for this show. I think it's a lot like
That's not
Mr.
like
Show,
Mr. Show with like a dash of Tim and Eric.
which is
and,
obviously because
like just a sprinkle of Wonder Chosen.
yeah, there's a little Wonder Shows into it. You're right. Because I remember when I first started reading about it, they were gonna try. It was gonna be like a companion to the Daily Show and Colbert Report. That's the impression I got when I first started hearing what they were doing.
This reminds me a lot of a show that they had on for like half a season, also starring Matt Walsh, called Dog Bites Man.
Dog
or
Bites
Man.
Man.
Man Bites Dog, one of those.
It's Dog Bites Man. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like the concept, the execution reminds me a lot of it.
I think this is funnier.
This is a lot funnier. It's a little more sketchier too, which I like.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, though one part that I did love about the corn thresher sketch, you can't just throw cigarettes at people. I was being dramatic. Yeah, I know, but you can't just throw
That's not how you put out a cigarette. Greg Devlin had an aura of strength. I love that she's like talking so like romantically about the
About the man who
interview.
interviewed her flayed husband.
And then, I mean, I definitely appreciated the meta comedy of him interviewing the interviewer and then the interviewer interviewing him about accidentally seeing the guy who was
Interviewee.
playing alive.
I'm trying to remember what were the sketches from tonight, like not the two storylines.
Well, they at one point implied that they were going to interview Death Row's youngest inmate. Right.
Baby.
Which is how all babies should be.
See,
all
I
babies should
really
be on
wanted
death
to
row.
see that sketch.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I don't
John
know.
Benjamin plus baby plus a bunch of question marks equals profit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would have got, like, what would have happened with it. Oh, here's what's wrong. Is this working? Nope. I can't hear myself. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're actually going deaf.
Oh, that's what it is. I was a little curious as to how that would have gone any further. You know?
Yeah,
baby.
that is.
But I even if it was just 30 seconds of John Benjamin badgering a baby,
I mean, but that's like what we got in that preview.
it wasn't enough. I need a little more baby badgering.
I mean, it's true. I completely agree. When I hear Little Italy, I think, say that 3 times fast. When I saw Little Italy, I assumed, like, okay, this is a throwaway joke. They really can't go anywhere with this.
That's a good
But
point.
yet they did. So maybe there's a whole world of death row babies to be expanded
Exactly.
upon.
Baby blood feuds, the baby Latin kings,
Yeah,
the Lil Crips.
totally.
Little Crips. The one thing was one of the other sketches was John Benjamin asking people what they thought about gay marriage.
Right.
I love the guy who said, well, I'm being brought to the other side of that. What is the other side?
while watching a porno, yes?
I don't think it was
No, that was the guy who was on the street. Was the one who said, "I'm being brought to the other side."
No, it was the
Was
guy
it?
in the movie theater, but I am curious as to what they were watching. I think it was
looked like a porno theater.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was like pretty porn. I forget what the title was, but it looked pretty porny.
So that's Jesse. You go to a lot of porno theaters. Did it look like the inside of a porno theater?
Yeah.
See,
So,
straight from the master.
Resolution resolved.
yay, porn. What?
Oh, I had a good porn story. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, please, no, tell us. I'm really interested.
No, you keep talking about what we're talking about. I'm trying to remember what context it was.
Another favorite thing from this show is the way Nino Villagricio says Little Italy. I can't remember how it was exactly that he said it, and even if I could, I wouldn't be able to repeat it, but it was so funny. Like, he added like an extra syllable to every word he said.
Little Italy.
Yeah,
Again,
But-
say it 3 times fast. You can't do
you
it.
can't. No.
By the way, Jesse, you're in charge of this. Can we do a Man versus Food podcast? We have it playing on the background of our TV right now, and I would love to critique Adam Richman for 30 minutes every week.
Yes.
Can
for
we
you, Jack
please?
was. We could.
Oh my God, you made me the happiest boy in the world.
You know, I suggested to Phil that we do it a while ago, but Phil's,
a
They
butthole.
say it.
Phil's not here. I'm here, and
good.
What Jesse says goes.
My
man.
vote
Here
goes
we
to
are.
Jesse for president.
that
Screw you, Phil.
AfterBuzz president.
Yeah. Yeah.
While we're on the subject of food, do Italians eat a lot of Chinese food?
They
I mean,
do
when they
if
live
they're
in Little Italy, because actually, no Italians live in Little Italy.
True. They all live in like Staten Island and
They
Brooklyn.
all,
and Long Island.
they all live in Chinatown.
I thought-
Actually, Chinatown's more residential, and Little Italy is more restaurant.
I'm John. I grew up in New York.
Hey everyone, I'm awesome. I'm Jack. I grew up in Philly. What are you
Ew.
gonna do? Yeah, yeah. It was the right
Yeah,
response.
we have like morbid obesity and Rocky.
And being from Philadelphia, sadness.
You know what? Screw Shrewsbury, Greg.
Yeah,
For those of you
let's
who
all
don't
just
know, Greg comes from the AIDS capital of America.
Wait,
which is
really?
Shrewsbury, Massachusetts.
That's not true. Well, I'm from Shrewsbury, but not the other. Let's talk about something else.
So Worcester, Massachusetts, I believe Greg told me, has a higher incidence of AIDS than sub-Saharan Africa
Yeah, but
does.
Newark has the highest incidence. It's either Newark or Trenton that has the highest incidence of AIDS in the entire country.
I can see it being Newark or
Yeah.
Camden. Ew.
Let's not talk about Camden.
There's a great aquarium
No,
there.
let's not talk about it. Let's talk about it. John Benjamin has a van
What do
because
you
it's
think-
better than
Why?
Camden.
Before I totally forget, I want that I survived an Italian mother-in-law shirt.
Yeah, that's.
Where does one find those?
Well, I think all over the streets of
Yeah.
Little Italy.
It'll be on Cafe
It's like
Press
that,
by
and
now.
it's that and Scarface T-shirts everywhere. Not
But-
making that up.
But he
Scarface
was,
t-shirts
Scarface
are
is
everywhere.
Cuban. I know.
Yeah.
I believe me, I know.
But I'm not arguing the ethnicity of it. I'm arguing that you can find a Scarface T-shirt anywhere. I don't think you
In
can
Little
find.
Italy, yeah.
No, dude, like Venice is nothing but like Marilyn Monroe's head on Al Pacino's body firing a machine gun at
Or
Tupac.
that Thug Life, like picture. The
Dude,
one with the
Thug Life
the-
is, for those of you who aren't from Los Angeles, Thug Life is like everywhere in this friggin' city. I saw there was this dude at our apartment complex, this Indian dude, well-to-do guy, glasses, everything. He's laying out at the pool. He stands up in big gothic text. He has Thug Life across his shoulders.
hot.
That's pretty awesome. I want that.
Yeah, I want it too.
You're supposed to get the platypus.
Oh right, yeah. Greg's getting a platypus tattoo. Is that a
Yeah.
spoiler?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
You can tell the people.
Everyone.
It's good motivation.
So what did you initially think when Nino gave John Benjamin a box full of supposedly Pizzellis?
Bomb.
See, I thought there would be poison Pizzellis.
Yeah, really, really tiny poison Pizzellis.
Nah. Definitely a bomb.
Well, it was a bomb, so great. You're better than us, Jack. Is that
I
what you
know.
want me
I-
to say?
I thought something would come of it, though. I thought that it would be like the bomb makers in Little Italy are the most proficient and knowledgeable bomb makers there are, and the main mob boss guy would just be blown to smithereens
thing,
from this tiny little
I was
package.
expecting, a full-on scanners type head explosion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really,
Loved.
I was really hoping for that.
Instead,
too.
we just got a tiny, beautiful 15-year-old get stomped on.
Which I don't know, kind of awesome.
It's funny, but it makes John Benjamin a really terrible person.
You should have told me you were 15.
You should have told me you were 15.
Get a shitload of trouble for that.
Not my favorite line of the episode, though. My favorite line of the episode, and what I'm going to say now every single time I take off my shirt, sorry, I really let myself go.
I forgot about that line.
It's so perfect. It sums up my life so well.
I think we can all say
What?
At
Greg
some
is
point.
the most attractive of the three of us in the room.
I disagree.
we all
Thoroughly.
know it's
Listen, we've already been over this.
is Keystone
Besides
Light.
besides Jesse Janity, who is absolutely delicious, if I do say so myself. We've. Are we getting something? A little bit of something?
I just. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I love cats. I love every kind of cat.
And so smart too.
Yeah, that's
Jesse.
actually
For a second, I thought
what
that was
Jesse was playing
really
right now
love
is
cats.
Jesse Janity's
And
profile
I just wanna
video
hug all of
on
them, but I
eHarmony.
can't, because that's crazy. I can't hug every cat.
God, for a second I thought that was a collar.
I didn't want to. I wanted to.
I was like,
Yeah.
you
Wait, you
want to
haven't
talk
seen that
about
video?
John Benjamin?
You haven't seen that video?
I've seen
No.
it. I didn't realize it first.
I have no idea what we're
Yeah, it's
talking
some
it's like
ladies.
this whacked out blonde chick. He's like, I love my cats.
She cries for 2 minutes about cats
For eHarmony.
for an eHarmony for her eHarmony bio.
Oh,
video.
that's sad.
yeah.
It's
That's
better than that other
so-
blonde chick who bitched about Asians for like 10 minutes straight on UCLA campus.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
What an
I
asshole.
remember that too.
I'm sorry, that video wasn't funny. It was just that I was in the production office of a movie I was working on with our DIT, who I don't know. I believe he was from Korea,
That's a place.
who was watching it, and like I didn't know how to react until I saw him laughing his face off. But it was really, this lady was stupid. Anyway, back to John Benjamin.
Man, there's some
Oh my
awesome
God,
looking
Tom
pancakes
Brokaw.
on screen right now.
Tom Brokaw, how you holding up? Yeah, Anderson Cooper.
No, it was Anderson Cooper, and then
No, it's Tom
Yeah,
Brokaw,
Kramer.
Anderson Cooper, and then
he said Kramer.
some guy goes Kramer.
I didn't hear the Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, that's the first thing someone says. Why don't you pay better attention to things, Jack?
No, I refuse. I flat out
There are
refuse.
pancakes on the TV. I'm
Dude,
gonna
those
stop
pancakes
listening.
look friggin' delicious.
Yes, they do. Why'd I get involved in a turf war between Little Italy and Little Italy? Thank you, Jack Bray.
Something that I never thought I'd hear, but so glad I did.
Yeah, it's one of those words or phrases that you just wish people would say all the time. All the time. Like I wish there was a real Little Italy.
A little bit of a story gap, though. John Benjamin didn't do a whole lot of fighting after his son died.
Yeah.
He just kind of killed the girl who just went down on him.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know if that's all that happened.
Also, she was 15, which is gross.
Also, she was 15 and should have told him that he could get in a shitload of trouble.
All right, what part of the show are we at? Discussion? Or?
No, we're still talking.
breakdown?
I don't think we broke down old people on the internet yet.
Oh my god! What did the one guy? I'm logging on. I'm going on the web, on the net.
Opens the hey, wanna chat tonight, and then John Benjamin, no, you don't want to do that.
I think they had to edit out the word sluts.
They had to edit out something.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was sluts.
Yeah. But
Do
I've gotten
old
the same
people
email.
always get that much junk mail?
I
mean,
mean,
I don't-
probably.
Yeah, dude, my grandma does. I had to look at her email one time. It's scary in there.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know,
How
like-
are these?
You know what's weird is that like I've opened up email accounts that like I never check. You know, for like blogs that require you to have a separate email account or whatever.
Right.
For my Bot Mary Kill blog, everyone read it, even though I haven't updated it
In about a year.
it's been 3 months. But anyway, on that blog, I had to set up a new account, and I hadn't checked the email in like a year. The last time I checked the email, and it was full of penis pill ads, just full of them.
Yeah, whenever I go to my my Gmail spam filter, nothing but dick ads.
But see, my Gmail hasn't gotten any of that. The Gmail that I check regularly.
Yeah, my personal, like I might get like 1 or 2 a day. That gentleman who clearly checks his email every day, had like
38
34.
a day.
I think it's because they all download porn instead of streaming it like real people do.
I know, God, and they don't even download it from the right places, like pure TNA. Come on, guys.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we can't actually plug them, right?
Hey, I'm well, I mean, we can plug them. Am I right? With our dongs.
Uncouth, sir.
Sorry, that was
Uncouth.
really inappropriate.
Now let's get back to talking about the
right.
3-inch tall girl who performs various acts of sexual deviance
Stuff.
on John Benjamin.
All right, explicit show, explicit show.
The movement of her body with like under the blanket is so funny.
You know, as funny as that was, the only thing that I could think of during that entire segment was I was looking at John Benjamin's face and saying, "My God, do I look like that during sex?"
See, the only thing I could think was that I really want to see a cutaway. I know they couldn't have done this, but to her, like performing a Mayday dance with his penis, like having a streamer come down and her dancing around and just wrapping his penis up again and again.
Oh my God, that's funny, and probably what was going on. I mean, let's be honest.
Probably not. I mean, she probably couldn't. Like, she had to like hug it or dance around it. She couldn't really fit.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
pretty-
even if he had like the smallest
Micro
penis,
penis.
there's not much she can do with it.
I'm pretty sure that
know?
every creative decision on this show is based on keeping it low budget. We didn't see Thresher Guy. We didn't see Little Tiny Girl like underneath the cover. I guess that would have been too much CGI. The explosion, I guess they couldn't afford to have like someone's head explode. So why not? Why not just have it like a little firecracker in his hand?
When they blew up the gas station when he threw the cigarette, I was expecting just like a few little like sparks and smoke to come up. I was almost hoping
would've
for
been
that instead of
funny.
the actual explosion.
They spent all the money in the wrong place. They said we need to
Exactly.
have that gas station explosion, that tiny gas station explosion.
I just remembered another one of my favorite lines. Frank Pelletano told me to tell you to shut your fucking mouth. Just the way he says.
He's so not into it.
And thank God we just broke the fuck barrier.
I'm sorry. Sorry, sensitive ears of our listeners. Except that we have been talking about a 15-year-old 3-inch tall girl.
Blowing John Benjamin.
At least touching his wiener. Not sure. Probably with all of her body.
Yeah, I imagine it's something like you guys know when you go to the zoo and you see like bonobos attached to trays of the
What if
monkeys
that?
with the
Wait,
really long...
whoa! Go back. A bonobo?
Yeah,
What
it's those monkeys.
in form?
It's those monkeys with let me try pulling up. They have like the really. You remember the episode of 30 Rock
iPad.
where Jenna has the
yeah,
on her?
the monkey.
Yeah, it's one of those, and I imagine like just her with her arms and legs like strapped around.
Like
Just-
crawling up and down.
Exactly.
Like a guy getting coconuts.
Yeah. That. Oh my God! That's exactly where my head went.
Maybe John Benjamin's penis has coconuts at the top.
I mean, it
and
probably
she was
does.
providing for her tiny family.
Her tiny
And then
Italian
he
family.
stepped on her for being 15.
How'd
I
the
mean,
story
is that-
go?
is that-
it didn't.
so
it
John
didn't end
Benjamin-
well.
John Benjamin statutory raped a girl and then exploded.
No,
her
no,
on
they
his
go
foot.
into it. They go into it that the
Age of consent in Little Italy.
14.
14. But Little Italy is still part of America.
Right.
Yeah, but
It's
the
actually
states
part of a
decide.
storage room.
The thing is that the states decide the age of consent. There's no
So
federal
that'll be
age
the
of
state of
consent.
New York.
Yeah, but
Let's
they
find
probably,
out what the state of New York's age of consent
it's
is.
actually it's probably pretty low.
I bet don't get internet in here. Damn.
Why do you say that, John?
I know that
Is that what Father O'Malley told you?
we used to rip on a roommate of mine because he was dating someone who was in high school when he was still in college.
What, was she
he
like
was
a
in
freshman or
college.
something?
I mean, she wasn't like that young, but we were just looking up just to see if we could call him a rapist. Wow.
We did the exact same thing to one of my freshman year roommates.
Wow, we are horrible. I just realized how horrible of a person I am. I just
Yep.
came to terms with
you
that.
didn't stomp on a midget girl.
That's
so
a good
you're
point.
okay.
Well, she's
You
not
didn't
a
stop at
midget.
a midget girl, but there was the dorm story.
What? Wait, what?
I don't know what he's talking.
I don't know what
Your
he's talking about
roommate's
here.
birthday?
Let's not get into that.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh.
I was at Chocolate Cake City rehearsals.
Okay,
That's
can I just
unfortunate.
go into how bad it sounds when we talk about an unknown story and then John just ends it with, "Oh, I wasn't there for that." That just opens up a floodgate of horrible, horrible possibilities.
We'll let you decide, listeners, what horrible
That's
thing
right.
was.
We already told the Phil using someone's name story for the South Park.
Oh, right.
podcast.
You're right. He used someone's name. Mine.
Yeah.
Oh, the tiny bumper sticker.
I'd rather be in Little Italy.
Yeah, that's a funny
Can we
review.
talk about how the back of his van is an ass?
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about that.
That hadn't been revealed in the first episode.
It had.
right?
It was briefly as they were
It's just a
driving
bare
away.
ass.
And I thank God for TiVo because I rewound and paused. My question is it John Benjamin's butt?
Let's find
It
out.
looked too hairless to be his ass because you saw his legs. He
Yeah,
was like, he's a furry dude.
Well, I mean, it was literally an airbrushed van, so you could probably
So it could have been
touch it up.
could have been a wizard's ass.
It could
Could
well
have been.
exit van left is basically what I'm trying to say. Calling back to Archer for those of
Thank
who
you,
don't know.
Abelard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abelard. Old people on the internet.
Kind of done though. I'm
Yeah.
sure that John Benjamin was mad that the viral video of the week as of right now is that grandma and grandpa staring into the computer get ready, we're gonna take a picture.
Right.
Did you hear it take a picture? No, I didn't. It's old people taking videos.
It's already been on Tosh, so it's been done.
Yeah.
Oh, Tosh. What a sad lead-in.
Hey, Tosh is
I like
good.
that show.
I don't.
I have friends who work on
Really?
it. They're good people.
Your friends seem nice. I don't like the
You
show.
said
though.
it so angry. You're like, your friends seem nice.
I mean, we also have to keep in mind that some of us have worked on some things that we don't like.
No, we all have. Oh God.
Does that bring us to our special segment?
That brings us to our commercial bumper number
Yes,
one.
it
Yeah,
does.
that's what I meant.
So Jesse, let's talk to commercial.
Commercial.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come off.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
And we're
Is
what the shit?
Just whistle while you work
I can hear myself.
and cheerfully together.
In
What the shit is this? Are you playing fucking Disney copyrighted material? Please throw up the disclaimer because we're gonna get
We
fucking
can play for
sued this.
15 seconds.
Oh my god! Play something from the Rolling Stones back catalog for 15 seconds.
No, because then if we go over, we're screwed.
John, it's not our network.
Oh, I'm sorry. If we go over, the network is screwed. And I'm not Conaning yet.
Let's get some satisfaction on here.
But anyway, it's time for our special segment, / news and gossip, because that's really what we're probably going to...
We did it for our
I hate you, Jesse.
So
I hate
loud.
you so much.
I love that.
I've missed you guys.
Wait, is my mic on?
You
can you
intentionally
hear us?
did that. You lulled us with that whistle while you work, just so you could blow out our eardrums with AfterBuzz.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Hey, can you guys can hear me, right? Because I can't.
I can hear you well enough.
I can't hear myself.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Now I know what's up. All right,
All right,
So, yesterday, was it
Yeah.
that John Benjamin? Greg has to do this.
Yesterday, John Benjamin had a really good interview with the AV Club.
Yeah,
And usually
my
whenever
boys.
the AV Club interviews someone, they then pan the shit out of whatever show or movie they have.
Yeah, I
Really?
got to look at the review.
Usually it's like they're interviewing Ryan Reynolds and they give Green Lantern a D-. It's that kind of shit.
Well, they interviewed the guy from F'd Up and gave their album an A. So,
Yeah.
Exception to the rule. But yeah,
Yeah.
they actually gave John Benjamin the B+.
Anyway, so John Benjamin has some interesting insights in this. Excuse me again. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, John Benjamin Has a Van is being produced by Absolutely Productions, which is the people who brought you Tim and Eric and Tom Goes to the Mayor's Office and
Rules.
Rules. Or no, that's not what it's called.
Check it out.
Check it out with
Steve
Dr.
Brule.
Steve Brule. So, he talks about that.
Specifically, how they had to differentiate themselves from.
Because they
I
cast
like
a lot of people.
a lot more than Tim and Eric. I was never a big Tim and Eric fan.
Well, that's because I don't know.
You're a terrible person.
You worship Satan, and you worship a composite of Satan and Hitler.
It's okay, John.
I just got what I wanted to get out, so I win.
Point being, in the article, one of my favorite things when they're talking about how they have to make it different from, Tim and Eric, is that they say they have the same editor, and one of the notes he had to give was like, listen, when someone is drinking out of a cup, you don't add this overly dramatic slurping noise, like just kind of thing, because I think that's
Tim and Eric
really
are just
evident.
obsessed with mouths.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
No.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, there's also he talks about the writing process with Leo Allen, right?
I believe that's the name. Yeah.
Who's a really funny comic. I've seen him. I saw him at UCB in New York once, and it was awesome.
By the way, are we going to have that beat going the entire time?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Is it?
Do you not pay attention to the show when you're doing
we never
a show?
actually did news.
South Park doesn't
South
have
Park.
news.
Oh, that's right, because you're too busy talking about your wieners.
Number 2 most downloaded show on AfterBuzz.
Right.
For like a week.
Fuck you, Jesse. Fuck your face.
Wow. Anyway, I'm sorry for setting the F word precedent here. But he talks about the writing process and how they had written like most of the episodes and then said, I'm bored with this. And we're writing the finale and added a story. And then we're like, hey, let's add stories to all of these.
Yeah, basically the way that they sold this show to Comedy Central with the pilot, that was a lot of sort of loosely connected interview segments, like the stuff they were showing, more of old people on the internet and that sort of thing. And then they added in this story unbeknownst to Comedy Central. So basically changed the entire format of the show that they sold.
Without telling Comedy Central until they showed them the script.
Yeah.
And Comedy Central was like, what's up? It's like, I'm sorry, we thought we should do this.
I like that. It's like the Louis story.
Well, the Louis story is that he said, I'll make a show for you. Give me $300,000. Wire $250,000 to my bank account. I'll make a show. You can't ask any questions. This is a little different than that, I think.
Yeah. But he says he does maintain a lot of creative control, which, I mean, granted, you kind of have to say that no matter who you are for whatever show you're working for. But while you guys were giving me poopy about being from Massachusetts and Shrewsbury. He's saying that the rough format for the show is based on a show called Chronicle, which aired in Massachusetts because John Benjamin grew up in Massachusetts, and I know exactly what show he's talking about.
Gloucester?
Huh?
Gloucester. Gloucester.
And
It's a
I
joke
gotta
no one
say,
ever
if
gets.
you guys can Google Chronicle out there, it's probably still going, and it's like 35th year or whatever. A lot of parallels. A little more dramatic than Chronicle, but basically the same sort of thing.
Copy that. So everyone, go watch Chronicle.
Is what we're saying. And
Yeah.
stay tuned for the AfterBuzz TV Chronicle podcast.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you should watch Starship Troopers 2. Here's the Federation. Did you guys see
Thank
that?
you for that, Jack Waz.
Wait, what? How did we get from Chronicle to that?
Because Starship Troopers 2, it takes place entirely on one set.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's cheap, like John Benjamin has a van?
Yeah. Plus, I think he might have mentioned it as a character. What's the character he plays on Family Guy?
John Benjamin?
yeah.
Oh, he the video store clerk
I
or
think
the
he might have
convenience
actually
store clerk.
mentioned it on one of the episodes.
This was the thing that I wanted to bring up from this interview. They were uneasy about it at first. It was wrong to do what we did, but we said this will be good.
Referring, of course, to changing the entire format of the show just before it went out to air.
John Benjamin. John Benjamin.
So I think what we're getting at is you should go check out this article on the AV Club.
That's really good.
AV Club in general, great source. Of,
Great people.
You
Yeah.
know, news information and general pop culture skewing.
And good reviews of stuff.
Yeah, and good
Except
interviews.
I really,
so check
really,
it out.
really don't get their Cougar Town love.
Well, whatever.
Why do they like Cougar Town?
I don't know. What do they say about John Benjamin?
I don't know.
They gave it a
Ooh.
B+.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
All right, let's move on to predictions.
Predictions.
Come on, spooky music.
Come on. There it is.
There, man. So I saw a Stargate shaped like a van, which makes me really excited.
Also, Chris Parnell is in that episode in a wheelchair, which is awesome.
Do you think that I'm guessing the show is going to sort of tighten up because it was really loose in the
Super
premiere,
loose.
and
I'm
then it got a
imagining
little
it's gonna-
tighter. I think the show is going to get tighter, more solid, and ergo vis-a-vis funnier as the season.
I hope so.
It's good.
Because I like
There's
it
so
right
much.
now,
There's
but
so
a
much
lot of room for improvement.
potential in the show.
Yeah.
Because like every beat they're hitting is funny. It's just that there's like it's not paced as the best it can be paced.
The editing's a little sloppy. It's not cut.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
The cast is killer, and they'll be able to bring in killer guest stars for eternity.
Oh my god, I can smell your erection from here.
Yeah, it is raging.
So
but
I'm
yeah.
predicting tighter storylines. That's like my not something we saw in the preview prediction.
I am predicting that John Benjamin's voice will continue to make me laugh no matter what he says.
Oh god, it's the best. I just can't stop hearing Archer, no matter what.
Sorry, I let myself go.
Yeah,
Frank
just like,
Pelletano
you're
told
15.
me.
That's not cool.
Frank Pelletano told me to tell you to shut your fucking mouth. You should have told me you were 15. I could get into a shitload of trouble for that. All right, guys, we're going to stop doing our John Benjamin impressions, and I think we're going to sign off for now.
We'll be back.
We have had a blast. I hope you've had a blast. We're going to come back next week and also talk about this show, which is probably a thing we're going to do
Fantastic.
pretty much every week.
And you guys should call in because I've never had a caller. And I
Yeah.
really want to interact with another human being.
Yeah, and it's nice because like I don't like these guys anymore. I've worked with them for like I don't know, a billion years. How many years have we worked together?
Too long.
Too many years.
Since
So
2006.
someone break up the monotony of my life of talking to these guys. Anyway, signing off. We are Jack Waz,
Greg Goodness.
and John Barrett,
Jack was.
and Jack Waz.
Don't forget Jesse.
And do not forget our lovely DJ Jesse Janity.
The man.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
You said
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.